Hey everyone, I'm following up on that massive A to Z podcast creation video I released previously. You might remember I detailed my manual workflow for splicing 2-camera talks and balancing all the audio. After it launched, many of you asked why I didn't just use Premiere Pro's Multicam feature, which is definitely quicker than my tedious timeline work. However, a few people suggested other tools like AutoPod, and after testing them, I found one option that surprisingly beats both methods for my needs. Today, I'm finally going to show you exactly what that game-changing tool is. To test this, I grabbed the raw 47-minute 2-camera podcast that I had previously edited completely by hand. Next, I uploaded that exact footage into a relatively new AI platform designed to find key moments and instantly generate shareable short clips. And spoiler alert, this process ended up saving me a truly massive amount of production time. To get started, you really don't need to be a technical wizard or anything complex. I simply uploaded the unprocessed original file without any prior sequence nesting or pre-cutting whatsoever. The tool just needs you to select the source file. Then it automatically analyzes the audio and video tracks for you. Personally, I prefer a more measured pace, so I set the cut frequency lower to avoid that overly choppy, rapid-fire style. It's surprisingly flexible because you can tell the AI to prioritize speaker changes, high energy, or visual shifts to match your desired tone. The feature that truly sold me on this was the automated system for creating viral short clips. Instead of just delivering the finished long episode, it intelligently detects highlights like great sound bites, laughs, and surprising statements, creating optimized short clips. This automated highlight reel generation is the component that made me immediately realize the practical value here. I wasn't just getting a single edited file. I received a whole library of 30 to 90-second clips, ready for any vertical platform. What really elevates this above the rest are two additional features: the auto-schedule function and the content calendar view. Auto-schedule allows you to define a posting rhythm like 3 clips per week, and the tool queues the best-performing content automatically across platforms. This completely eliminates the need to constantly monitor and manage individual posting windows. The content calendar gives you a bird's-eye view where you can easily rearrange posts, adjust the text, or swap out a clip if the vibe needs adjusting. Essentially, I skip the frustrating cycle of exporting, manually uploading, and scheduling across multiple services. It's all managed centrally now. All right, let's jump back to the results. I ran the entire 46-minute episode through the system and just waited to see what happened. The initial analysis and output of both the main edit and those social clips literally took under 60 seconds. I know that sounds unbelievable, but it genuinely parsed the dialogue, identified logical transition spots, and built the full edit alongside the bonus clips. Observing the speed felt like witnessing an experienced human editor's entire process being executed by artificial intelligence instantly. This is the moment where automation genuinely starts to make a tangible difference for creators like us. So, how did this AI-generated cut actually stack up against my own painstaking manual version? The comparison really boils down to two primary factors: pacing and intention. My manual approach intentionally builds in specific breathing room for storytelling and uses tighter cuts precisely when a punchline lands. The Vizard output was slightly choppier in sections, being a bit too eager to jump onto the very next engaging soundbite. It wasn't bad at all, just a fundamentally different editorial style than mine. For the average creator publishing weekly content, this level of editing is completely sufficient and represents an enormous time investment recouped. It gets you 90% of the way there, meaning you just need a quick review to nudge a few transitions instead of making hundreds of micro edits. When stacking this against Premiere's Multicam, that option is best if you prefer staying within the Adobe ecosystem and demand pixel-perfect angle control. However, Multicam still requires significant manual input through constant clicking and managing complex nested sequences. Tools like AutoPod are good at basic multi-camera switching and speaker detection, but they can often be pricey or lack robust features for social clip creation and scheduling. For sure, AutoPod is a less expensive alternative to hiring a dedicated human editor for repetitive tasks. In my own tests, AutoPod performed an adequate switch, but was also a bit too aggressive with its cuts, still requiring manual touch-ups. The major advantage with this tool, though, is the complete social content pipeline it offers, going far beyond just a final sequence. It automatically spins out the bite-sized content, provides caption suggestions, and integrates directly into your scheduling process. For any creator aiming to dominate both long-form delivery and a consistent short-form presence, this comprehensive feature set is incredibly valuable. Now, let's be clear. Is this software flawless? Absolutely not. It won't substitute for a dedicated editor obsessed with cinematic pacing and intricate sound design for high-end branded series. Be aware that it might occasionally trim natural breaths or laughs, so a brief review of the generated timeline is highly recommended. Nevertheless, compared to the hours I spend on a fully manual process, this reduced my workload down to mere minutes. Seriously, saving 90 minutes per episode translates directly into an entire week of reclaimed time over a standard season. Let's also talk honestly about the investment. People always ask if the recurring subscription cost is truly justifiable. If you publish content weekly or constantly need to repurpose long videos, then yes, it is definitely worth considering. A small monthly fee for automated clip generation, scheduling, and calendar management is almost always less expensive than paying an editor for those exact tasks. If you are only publishing a new episode every few months, then this might indeed be an unnecessary level of automation for you. But for any creator focused on consistency, this software is an absolute no-brainer purchase. After comparing the AI output side by side with my version, I only needed about 10 to 15 minutes to tighten transitions and adjust a few specific audio moments. That quick refinement compares dramatically to the hour or more I usually dedicate to the entire manual chopping and exporting process. On a final note, this platform's utility extends far beyond just podcast editing, which is important to mention. It features a dedicated social clip creator mode perfect for extracting key moments from interviews, lectures, or any long video content you produce. Even if your content isn't exclusively audio-based, this tool establishes a powerful, repeatable content distribution pipeline. The underlying AI is specifically trained to locate those viral triggers like emotional highs, concise one-liners, and impactful insights. My final verdict is this. If you produce long videos and are serious about scaling your output without hitting creator burnout, you absolutely need to explore this solution. While it won't substitute for meticulous editing when chasing a singular artistic vision, it is an incredible tool for reclaiming hours and increasing overall output quantity. I recommend using it for the initial rough cut and all the social clipping, freeing your focus for the crucial aspects like deep storytelling and promotion. They typically offer a free trial, so I highly encourage you to test the entire upload to edit pipeline with one of your existing episodes. Run the same source file through this system and then immediately do your normal manual edit just so you can directly compare the results. You may be genuinely shocked at how accurate the AI is, and more importantly, exactly how much precious time it ultimately buys back for you. That wraps up my quick, action-oriented update on this new workflow tool. If you'd like a more in-depth tutorial on specific settings like how I tune the cut frequency or plan an entire month using the calendar, just let me know in the comments. You can find links to everything discussed today down in the description, including that mini course designed for serious growth-focused creators. If you've already experimented with Vizard or other similar auto-editing software, please share your own experiences in the comments below so we can all learn. So go ahead, test this out for yourself. Start reclaiming hours immediately and push more content out this week. Trust me, your future self, the one not bogged down in timeline editing, will definitely thank you for making this switch.